Good morning, y'all. Welcome to my channel. This is Crystal with the Evans Nest, and I garden in Zone 9A in North Houston, Texas. I actually live in Cleveland. It's a small town about an hour north of Houston. And I'm going to take you along for a little garden tour today. Alright, so first thing over here, this is our newest addition to our garden. My husband built this the last couple months. He has been wanting a waterfall feature for quite a while now, so he finally did it. So I'm not super familiar with these plants, so hopefully the next tour I will know them. I know these are some kind of like elephant ear, and then we have some purple vinca and some fern. And then we have some junipers here and back there. This is like a white lily, I believe. And then we just have some, it's a small fountain grass right here. This is also a Chinese maple. It's actually called a Crimson Queen Japanese maple. It's very pretty. Excited to see the fall foliage on that one when the weather starts cooling down a little bit. So coming around here, we're on the farthest right side of my front yard. I have an arbor here with some Eden climbers. I'm actually thinking about moving this week because it's just getting way too much shade over here. They are growing, but I haven't gotten any blooms, and these are about 2 years old now, so I think they need more sun. I'll show you here in a little bit where I plan on moving them. Then moving along over here, this tree is a vitex tree. It's a native Texas plant, and this is about 3 years old, and it has about quadrupled its size in the 3 years that we've had it. I have some lamb's ear over there. Then I believe this is a Charlotte Delmonico. I need to cut her back a little bit. And some Rebecca. Back there I have some purple fountain grass. And I have a Rose of Sharon right here. It's a white Rose of Sharon. And then in the very back I have some Star of Jasmine that I want to train to climb up that wall there. And then just some more purple fountain grass. This is a dahlia I have right here. Hasn't bloomed yet for me either. Once again, I think I put it in too much shade. I have a foxglove that's hanging on her last leg, but it did really well this year. Over here I have some pink gaura. They look a little pummeled. We got quite the windstorm and rain yesterday or the day before. So I just need to, hopefully the sun will perk them back up. And I just have a Supertunia Vista bubblegum here. I had a few of them, but the heat got the best of them. And then this is some type of Veronica that was on clearance I just popped in. Still hasn't bloomed for me yet. And just a white knockout rose. Some blue salvia. Some pink cashmere verbena. I just cut this back a little while ago and it's coming back. So this is probably my favorite raised bed in my entire garden because it's just overflowing and I think it gets the perfect amount of sun. throughout the day. It doesn't get completely scorched, but it definitely gets more sun than the rest of the garden. So these are some pink pentas I picked up, and these are some just white sun patience and some pink zinnias. Don't have the actual name of them. I just got these from a garden center. So these are not from seed. And then I believe this is some kind of floss flower. It's got a really pretty purple, and I love how it cascades down the front of this bed. And some more sun patience and blue salvia all mixing in together. And then this is a surprise sun patient because I did not buy a pink one, but I'll take it. And then I have some more white iceberg rose back there. I think she's suffocating due to the zinnias, so I'll have to cut that back eventually. So down here along the front of my beds, I have some liriope planted, and I have that repeating quite a bit in the garden just to kind of cover up the raised beds that we have. Then this little pot's not doing so hot, but I have some white iceberg rose in here, and then some more of the floss flower. Along with that floss flower, I have these in all of my pots. These are the Proven Winners Diamond Euphorbia, and I actually just cut all of these back, so they're coming back really nicely. Then I have some cone flowers, some more iceberg roses, another fountain grass, and some more sun patience. I try to repeat a lot of the same flowers and combinations so that it all flows really nicely. And then back here I have some hidden phlox. It got pounded by the rain as well. And then some more of that euphorbia. And this is a New Dawn climbing rose. So over here on my steps, I just have some basil, and I cut some of that the other day to make some bruschetta. And I have a little cucumber growing. I'm gonna have to get that pinned up here soon. And then this is just some, oh goodness, I can't remember, plumbago. That is a blue plumbago. So hopefully it'll come back a little bit. I had to prune that back a little bit too. And then over here, just have another Supertunia Vista bubblegum. Here's another raised bed. I have a gardenia back here. Same problem I'm having, no blooms this year. So I don't know if it's because it's its first year. And then some more euphorbia and liriope, I don't know how you say it. Some more fountain grass and some white coneflower. All right, so my camera died and a little one got up, so let's finish up. So yeah, over here I had the gardenia and then some more fountain grass and some phlox and some more sun patience and some coneflowers, some white and pink ones. Some more of the pentas, and then this is some kind of succulent I just got, I threw in there. And then this is some white veronica and another white knockout rose. And some more sun patience. And then this is a petunia. I'm not sure of the name. I'll put it on the screen when I look it up. And then this is my New Dawn rose. Once again, getting really big, but not too many blooms. This is probably one of my favorite areas of the garden now. I got this fountain for Mother's Day. And then down here are some white drift roses. However, I think they're getting a bit too much water here. So I'm gonna actually remove them and then just finish this up with the rest of the rock. And I'm gonna move them over to another garden. I'll show you all here in a minute. There is a raised bed under there, if you can believe it. And some containers. So there's some pink cashmere and some patience, a white knockout rose. I need to trim it up back there. And then some blue salvia I need to cut back. It's literally like growing several feet out from the bed. And more sun patience. Like, this is just massive and beautiful. And in here I have, I think this is a bolero rose. It's not blooming right now. I need to trim all this back and some more pink cashmere. Over here I have some more sun patience. Like I said, I repeat a lot of the same stuff just because I know it does good in our area. And then this is kind of a troublesome planter. I need to cut these back. Some more of those purple petunias, some more pink cashmere. And then on these I have two different types of clematis growing. Oh, there's a lizard. I almost got you. Hi. So one of them's just like a purple clematis I got from Home Depot, and then this one I'll have to look up. It's a pretty like yellow white clematis. They're both I put in this year, so we'll see how they do. Coming over here, this has probably been my most troubled bed since I started gardening. I have some Blue Days Morning Glory, and these seem to be the only thing that live in here. I just removed some succulents we had planted, my husband wanted, and I think they were just getting too much water, like this one. So we're gonna remove that and get one more Blue Days and put it in there. But these look really pretty. I have one bubblegum Supertunia in there. And then this was a volunteer. I have no idea what this even is, but it has like these really pretty little yellow flowers, and it is some kind of succulent. But it's really pretty and it's doing good, so I'm just gonna leave it. So we just had this weeping willow planted this year. On the tag it says it's 6 to 8 years old. So I'm really excited to see how good and how full that gets in the next few years. We had a lot of pines taken down this year, just to help make the yard look a little cleaner. We had 2 taken down in that little cluster, one big one right here, and then there was like another group of 2 pines right here. And then we just had a guy come out and he mulched down all the stumps for us a couple months ago. So we're hoping we can seed the yard here in a couple weeks, so that next year we'll have a nice yard of pretty grass. So then coming over here, I call this my little bird garden. This is, I would say, only a year old. I started this garden last year. I have some Texas sage back here, and these sunflowers I just planted a couple weeks ago. They're like a branching sunflower variety. I have 3 Russian sage right here, denim and lace. They were not doing very good. I had them planted over by my fountain as well, and they were getting too much water. So now that I moved them and they're able to dry out, they're doing much better. Back here, I can't remember what this is called. It's some kind of bush I got. It's a linguistrum. Should be getting pretty big and full, and I really like the color of this. I don't have a lot of this chartreuse green in my yard. I have another one of those. It's a short grass. I want to say it's prairie winds from Proven Winners, but I could be wrong. So over here I have 2 roses from Heirloom Roses. I'll put the name on the screen. I cannot remember what they're called, but they're like a really pretty like purple pink color when they bloom. I've gotten 1 flush of bloom so far, but nothing else because I did not get them in the ground soon enough. Looks like they're bouncing back though. Then over here I just have some more, they're coming back, some purple cone flowers. I just cut all of this back right here. And then I did get a milkweed from the garden center the other day. So I'm actually gonna plant that here soon. And look, I have a caterpillar. Nice. So it's already doing its job. So excited. You see the caterpillar? Do not touch it though, okay? Why? Because you can hurt it. Do you see him moving? Do you see him?
Is he about to turn to something?
Well, he's gonna eat on that plant for a little bit, and then he will make his cocoon. And then what will he turn into?
A cocoon.
No, what does he turn into after his cocoon? Do you remember? You made one the other day at school with your hands. The letter B.
Oh, no.
Butterfly.
Oh, yeah, butterfly.
He turns into a butterfly. He is a really fat caterpillar. Oh my goodness.
Wait, remember the book about the caterpillar?
Yeah. Remember the Hungry Caterpillar book? It's just like him. That's what he's doing. He's eating and eating and eating so he can turn into a big, beautiful butterfly.
And a cocoon.
Yeah. So, let's see. I have a volunteer sunflower here. And I actually cut back several of them this morning because they got stomped by the rain. So I have those in my house now. Made me a cute little vase of flowers. These I got on clearance from Lowe's. I don't know what those are, but I'll look them up and I will put them on the screen. But they have these really pretty pink flowers. I want to say there's some kind of salvia. But they're really pretty, and they were only like $2 or $3 a piece. So I have 3 of those there. So over here, I just planted these purple cleomes I got from the garden center. I don't know the variety or anything like that. I just thought they were really pretty. I'm really into the purple and pinks and white gardens with pops of some yellow, as long as it's the right yellow. I like sunflowers and like a cottagey yellow, but I don't really like, I don't know, bright, bold, like orange, yellow, reds usually. And then down here, I have some lantana. It's a white lantana. It's a ground cover. I need to kind of cut it back a little bit and fertilize it and weed. Then here I have a mum. Yes.
I just get a caterpillar and then I just put one back on a plant.
Okay, well let's not touch him, okay?
And then a bird got him, and then somebody threw him up the high, and then I just catch them, and then I put them back on the plant last night.
Oh, really? So over here, I do have a mum. This is either a white or pink mum. I don't remember. It was one I got around the holidays, and then I just put it in the ground. Then we have some foxtail ferns here, butterfly bush. We have some gomphrena right here. I think they're, yep, she'll bring your meal. I think they're pretty much on their last leg, but I don't know. They're still going, so we're just gonna leave them. There's a volunteer Rebecca here. And this is a volunteer something. I'm thinking it might be a coneflower, a white coneflower. I had 3 of them planted over here last year and they did not do very good. But it could also be another Rebecca, because I'm noticing the leaves look very similar. I believe this is going to be a hollyhock. That's a good sucker. Oh, good. It's a little bumblebee. I don't know if I could get him or not. I'm the best too. You're so sweet. So yeah, there's hollyhocks going there. I did plant some seed a couple years ago, and I guess that one finally came through.
I'm about to buy you a surprise.
You're gonna buy me a surprise. That's so nice. So these foxtail ferns, I think I'm going to move that one over here. You know, always moving stuff around in the garden to make it work. And then those roses I was talking about, the drift roses, let me back up. I think I'm gonna put them right here, like a whole bunch of them right there. I think would look really, really pretty. I have another Rose of Sharon, and I have a daisy I just stepped on. Let me see if I can get a pretty view of her bloom. It's in there. This is a pink Rose of Sharon. This one's 2 years old. It's getting there. And then a daisy there. This is another clearance vine, so not looking too hot, but it's still green, so we're going with it. Then this is a Midnight in Paris rose I just cut back. And I've had a lot of trouble with my roses this year. I don't know what it is. Disease and everything. Maybe other gardeners can comment on what I can do to help. I don't know. Then over here, this one is a Sally Holmes climber. And I have her in this pot, but I was talking to my husband, I think I want to put her in the ground. I think it'd do a little bit better than in the pot. And then I have a volunteer Blue Days. Did not plant this in here. And then I don't even know what this is. Something my husband picked out. So that's in there. And then my little butterfly he made for me. He likes to weld and dilly-dally, I call it. So that's just sitting in there. So yeah, that's this little side garden. We're gonna try to mulch today. And then here I have a purple magnolia, but it lost all of its leaves this week. I'm not sure what is going on. I don't think it's dead. When I rub it, it's still green and it has all the buds on it. So I need to look up and find out if it's drops its leaves this time of year. I don't know, it just looks like sticks in the ground. My husband's like, it's dead, rip it out. But like I said, it's still green, so I don't think it's dead. I think it's fine. And yeah, if anyone knows anything about magnolias, let me know. So the other area I wanted to show y'all is our backyard. And we have lots of ideas of what we're wanting to do. So back here, right off of our driveway, we had a bunch of fencing here for our dogs, but now we don't really need it. We only have the one left. So yeah, my husband removed all the fencing, and our plan is I want to make this like a cut flower garden or a vegetable garden, like more on the formal side. But when we come off the driveway here, I was thinking of putting a couple, it's like here's the walkway, thinking of putting a couple stepping stones here, and then just making this whole square area like a very formal cut flower vegetable garden. And then I was thinking of moving my arbor that I showed y'all earlier and putting it right here, like right in the middle. And eventually we're planning on having, this is our propane tank we have I covered it up. Well, my husband built the wood. I covered it with some roses. We're thinking about having that moved and then removing the kids' playhouse. They don't ever play in that. Annie played in it a lot as a kid, but she's getting too big now. So we're thinking about taking that down, and hopefully I can get a greenhouse and put there. That's the future plan, a couple years from now probably. And then back here, it's just uncharted nothing. We have our porch back here and our shed we keep everything in. So yeah, I have a lot of blank space to work with. And then I will show y'all my husband. He's finally getting into gardening now that I've been doing it for a little bit. And so he likes cactus. So let me show you his little cactus garden he has started for himself. I don't know the varieties, and it is muddy as sin back here. But yeah, it's a little cactus garden he started. And then we plan on getting another one and putting it on this side of the barn too. And then looping back around on the back of the house now. And eventually I like to plant some like hydrangeas or something nice over here. This stays shaded most of the day. Hi, Scout Scout. And we're back to the front. So that was a full tour of the yard, everything we have going on and everything we want to do. So I hope y'all have a chance to get out and play in the dirt today. Y'all have a good one. Bye.